Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to a presentation of our, what is it now, 2019 Mets season. This is game 137, and the Mets are 69 and 67, about one game off of what they were in actuality. We're using Deep Drive Baseball. It's a very fun system, very easy to play, great cards, easy to read cards. I really enjoy it, and once I start playing it, I really don't stop. I think the last time I started, I played for months and months and forgot all the other systems. So I really enjoy Deep Drive Baseball a lot. It's really an undiscovered gem. It's very, very affordable. The thing is, you got to print out the PDFs, and it's $12 for a whole season. Includes every single player. It's based on basically it's a 50-50 system, but it has its twists. It has a deep drive chart, and that's usually on the batter card, and that's represents how the batter did with his extra base hits. I really like that about this game. It's really exciting, and we're right about to start. It's going to be the Mets at Washington. This is the first game. It's going to be Syndergaard versus Joe Ross. McNeil is leading off. He's playing third base today. Pete Alonso at first base, batting second. Batting third is Michael Conforto, the right fielder. J.D. Davis in left field. Nimmo is in center, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Rosario, the shortstop. Batting seventh is Joe Panix. He played for the Mets. He's known for being a San Francisco Giant. Rene Rivera, the catcher, giving Ramos a break today. And it's Noah Syndergaard or Thor that is on the mound for the Mets. Lineup for Washington, the world champion Washington Nationals. Trey Turner, the shortstop. Eaton in right field. Batting third is Rendon. Batting cleanup is Soto. Batting fifth is Cabrera, ex-Met. And then it's Adams at first base, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Victor Robles, the center fielder. Batting eighth is Yan Gomes, the catcher. And Joe Ross is the pitcher. Now, this game plays very quickly. The only thing with modern games is, of course, after the seventh inning, it slows down a little bit because you have to start making pitching changes. And that does slow down the game a little bit. I'll try to keep it moving, and we're going to get started. The way you play Deep Drive Baseball is you use three 10-sided die. The first two are going to really give you the number. Anything from 0 to 49 is off the batter card. Anything from 50 to 99 is off the pitcher card. This will tell you what out it is. If it's an out, it'll tell you what kind of an out it is. And then, of course, if it lands on the deep drive, whether it's on the pitcher or on the batter, it's going to go to the batter's card deep drive. Also, you have a ballpark card that has an effect as well. So let's start playing. Plays pretty quick. I'm going to be using. Let's move this to the side so I can get the dice tower in the picture. And I'm using a paper and pencil score sheet because it can moves a little bit faster. All right, I'll show you what I do with a 20-sided die. Here's the first pitch of the game. It's Jeff McNeil, left-handed hitter, against Joe Ross. That's going to be a 10, and that's a line base hit for McNeil. Center field, stroke one off Joe Ross, and he's on at first. Now, McNeil is a 1D, so that's going to require a very low. I'll try to steal on that. Oh, an 11. That's pretty low. May not be because he's going to be a -1. So he's already a what is he? A 1D. That's a -1. That's a 0. And that's going to be nope, no chance to steal a base right here in this situation. So it's going to be Pete Alonso with a runner on first. Now we have to check for a wild pitch, pass ball, and we're going to throw a D20 on a 1. We check for any one of those. So here's Pete Alonso. Here's the pitch. And that is a 0-2. That's going to be a deep drive. So Alonso, right-handed hitter, lifts one to deep left center field. And a 2 tells us that this is going to be a home run if it falls within that range, 0 to 5. And it does. A 2 falls within that range. So this is a pretty good chance that it's a home run or it's going to be off the wall double. So let's see what happens here. And that's a deep drive. And that ball is gone. Pete Alonso connects for, I think that's his 35th home run of the season. So home run Alonso, 2 RBIs, and the Mets, just like that, they lead it by a score of 2-0. Mike Conforto, that's a 70, and that is a base on balls. That's off of Ross's card. So again, we're going to roll that D20. Nothing there. Here's the pitch to J.D. Davis, a 54. That's a deep drive. And a 3, again, falls within the 0 to 5 range on the Nationals park card. So a good chance for a home run here. 0 to 43, and that ball's gone. And 90 to 99. And that is a 90. That's a deep drive to left center field. And back goes Soto to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. 4-0 Metropolitans, just like that. Holy smokes. I'd like to see that. Mets lost 3 in a row to Philadelphia. That was a tough series. But they've broken out here in the first inning against the Nationals. It's Brandon Nimmo. There's some movement in the bullpen for the Nationals. That's a 65, and that is ball 4. So Joe Ross has not been able to get an out. He had a 5.50 ERA. We're looking for a 1, no 1 there. And a 0-6 off Ahmed Rosario, and that's stroke to left center field. And that's going to be a base hit. Nimmo may make it to third base, and let's see what it says. He does on a +1 single. That's a single that gets cut off, and that's going to allow Nimmo to make it to third. So first and third, Joe Ross allowed a single, homer, walk, and now single. Runners on first and third, nobody out. Joe panicked. And again, we got to throw that 20-sided die, looking for a 1 to see if there's a wild pitch or a pass ball. Nothing there. Joe panic. Here's the pitch. And that is a 62 off Ross, and that's a little ground ball and through the left side for a base hit. Nimmo will score. Rosario will stop at second. Actually, Rosario's fast. It may allow me to try to attempt it. Yeah, but I'm going to hold him up. We're already up 5, and there's nobody out. Yep, that's a single for Panic. RBI single. And 5-0. Rene Rivera is up. And again, we throw that 20-sided die. It's an 11. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. That's a 15 off of Rivera. That's a base on balls. So that loads the bases. Wow. So Joe Ross is getting crushed. Bases loaded. Still nobody out. This is a tough one here. This is going to require me to really look into the bullpen. I'd love Joe Ross to do something here, but he's really struggling. It's a single and a home run. That's how the game started off, a single and a home run. And then it was Conforto with a walk and a home run after that, a walk. And then up came J.D. Davis, and he homered, and it was 4-0. That was a walk, single, and an RBI single. So a walk, single, and then RBI single, runners on first and second, and now a walk. So, wow. And it's Syndergaard is up. We have to look for somebody that can go here. Games relieved 78. We can probably bring Suero in, but we needed somebody that can. Strickland, he can go a few innings as well. Let me check out a couple of pitchers for the. So Hunter Strickland is in the bullpen. So Hunter Strickland is endurance. He can go 1 inning. So he's not a guy that goes. Who else? Rodney can go 1 inning. Bear Claw is not available on the roster. Doolittle, we know he's a closer type. Wander Suero, let's see. Wow. Jeremy Hellickson. He's a starter. Doesn't do bullpen. All right, Steven Strasburg. No. Max Scherzer. Justin Miller can go 1. He goes. Dan Jennings, the lefty specialist, goes less than 1. Tony Sipp, lefty specialist, goes less than 1. I got Eric Fetty or Fetty. He may be able to go. Patrick Corbin, no. Let's see, endurance 0. Wow. Okay. Daniel Hudson can go 1. Michael Blazek. Let's see if Blazek is available. No, he's not in the McGowan. Let's see. What a mess this is. Wow, this game started off. Aaron Barrett. No. Austin Voth. Nope. James. Wow, okay. Daniel Hudson. I think I saw these guys. These are Arizona. I already went into Arizona now. Brian Dozier. He pitched for a while. Joel. Oh, this is Arizona. So I really don't. I would have to bring in a different pitcher. This would be a nightmare. I need to get Joe Ross out of this inning somehow, some way. All right, so if he gives up one more run, he's automatically fatigued. It's 6 runs. He's given up 5, so the infield is going to come in. We're down 5-0 for Syndergaard. Hopefully Syndergaard will strike out. Let's throw that 20-sided die to see if there's a walk. Okay, there's no walk. I mean, a wild pitch or a pass ball. All right, it's an 83 and a 4. So an 83 is going to be off the pitcher. An 83 is an out, and a 4 is a hard hit ground ball to third baseman. And this is going to be a force out at home. And let's double check that. The infield in rules. Slow and hard grounders result in runner on third holding unless there's a forward, in which case it's a thrown. He's out at the plate. Now, usually for a slow runner, and Syndergaard is fast, I make it a double play. But he is fast, so it's going to be just a fielder's choice, 5-2. Base is still loaded. Everybody moves up 1. So Syndergaard at first, Rivera at second, and Panic at third. And now we're going to the next line, the next column here, and that's going to make the whole game crazy because now you have 2 first innings. And that's how I do it. And I make this the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th. That's how I do that. So it's going to be McNeil in it with his 2nd at bat in this inning with the bases loaded. The infield's in this time. We're going to throw that 20-sided die to see if there's a wild pitch or pass ball. There's nothing there. We're looking for a 1. Here's the pitch, and that is a 14. That's line base hit. And that's going to be an RBI single for McNeil, his 2nd single in the inning. And that scores Panic. Bases are still loaded. Pete Alonso's up next. And that's a 36, and that is going to be a defensive call. So we're going to see what happens there. Let's throw 2D10. 32 is going to be a error chart. And a 0-4 is going to be an automatic error on the second baseman. Ground ball, second base. And Cabrera bobbles it, and everybody is safe, and that another run scores. Wow. So E on Cabrera and the ex-Met. And he was rushing, maybe looking at the runner, trying to see if he'd get the double play, and he got distracted, bobbled the ball, and everybody was safe. Michael Conforto. So he's still got only 1 out, bases loaded. The score's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 now. Oh, wait, 8 on the error. All right, so we're going to have to pull him. This is going to be a nightmare. We're going to start pulling using Wander Suero. Let's see if we can get 2 innings out of him. Let's look for Wander Suero. He's going to come in now. That's it. Joe Ross could only get 1 out. So the good thing is I get every single pitcher that pitched. I don't have everybody on the roster available. There he is, Wander Suero. And let's write him in. And it's Michael Conforto with the bases loaded. See what happens. And that's a 1. So it may be a wild pitch. Let's roll 2d10. It's a 56. A 56 says 4962. If wild pitch, if rating is B, C, D, or F, and Suero is a C, so it is a wild pitch, and that's going to allow a run to score. So wild pitch, everybody moves up 1. And we're going to write that in for Wander Suero, wild pitch. Another run scores, makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was a fielder's choice. 6, 7, 8. So far, it's 8 runs. Holy smokes. And Conforto's still up. We're going to throw that 20-sided die on a 1. We roll for the wild pitch. Nothing there. Here's the pitch to Conforto. Infield's in here. 50. Infield's in. What's the score? 8-0. 50. That's a deep drive. And Conforto lays into one, drives one deep to right center field. Let's see what happens here. And that ball is out of here. Michael Conforto with a grand salami. Oh, no, it's actually a 3-run shot. Holy smokes. 1, 2, 3. This has never happened to me before. This is nuts. Michael Conforto gives the Mets an 11-0 lead in the top of the first. The Mets have hit 3 home runs in the first inning. You've got J.D. Davis and Nimmo coming up. Still only have 1 out. And Joe Ross allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 runs. Of course, not all of these are earned. Only one, I guess one is unearned. And here comes J.D. Davis. J.D. Davis homered in his first at bat in this same inning. Bases are finally empty. That's a 60, and that is a base on balls. So Suero walks Davis. And again, we throw that D20. Oh, hey, guys. RJL, how are you, brother? I found a little time. How are you guys? Deep drive baseballs. I had an inning playing this game like this. I don't think I've had an inning like this playing any game. 11 runs for the Mets in the top of the first inning. All right, here goes. Nimmo is batting against Wander Suero. And that's a 0-9. That's going to be a base on balls. So back-to-back walks. After the home run, Davis walks and Nimmo walks. So far, there's been 1 Met retired in this game. That's a 1. We're rolling again for a wild pitch. Oh, let's see what happens. And that is a 76. 76 says, if pitcher is not position player, it's a pickoff. So if pitcher is not a position player, which he isn't, it's a pickoff. So somebody gets picked off, and I guess it's the lead. Nimmo gets picked off. Davis at second base gets picked off. 1, 2, 6. Shortstop sneaks up behind him. That's out number 2. So here's going to be the pitch to Rosario. Actually, we're going to throw that D20 again. And here's the pitch to Rosario, which is a 28. And that is a ground ball to the third baseman. Nice scoop by Rendon. Fires to first in time. And that retires the side. But the Mets send 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 men to the plate in the top of the inning. And they lead it 11-0. 11 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits, 2, 3, 5 walks, and 1 error. Holy smokes. Trey Turner. Trey Turner against Noah Syndergaard. So Noah definitely wants to complete his 5 innings to get credit for the win. That's a 59. That's off Syndergaard. That's a ground ball through the middle and into center field. So Trey Turner leads it off for the Nats with a single. Here's Adam Eaton. Again, we got to throw that D20. Nothing there, and that is a 23 and a 2, and that's a strikeout. So Eaton strikes out. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Come back here. There we go. It's an 8. That doesn't do anything. Here's Rendon, 0-4. That's a deep drive off Rendon. Let's see what happens. A 55, and that's going to be one hop off the wall. Turner is probably going to score. He's very fast, so he scores easily on that double. Rendon with a RBI double here in the first inning, and it's 11-1, just like that. The Nats are on the board. Here's Soto. And nothing happens on the wild pitch pass ball roll. And it's an 18, and that is ball 4. So Soto walks, puts runners on first and second with one out. As Asdrubal Cabrera. That's a 37 and a 5. A 30, that's an out. What kind of an out? That's ripped to second base. And Panic flips to the shortstop, Rosario, back to first. And it's a 4-6-3 double play. And that is going to retire to the side. But the Nats pick up a run on a couple of hits. And it's an 11-1 ball game. We go to the top of the second. Hope everybody's doing well. No, not Nats are not even concentrating. Neither am I. An 11-1 game. Mercy rule after the 5th. Yes, we need it here. This is nuts, man. This is truly nuts. I've had so little time to game. Yesterday, I didn't even play one game. I was just exhausted. And my health's been acting up just a little bit too, and that's been bugging me. So I've had to just kind of rest a little bit, and I've been out of energy and working. It's a real rough time of the year right now, just for about 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and then it settles down a lot. So, okay, here in the top of the second, it's going to be Joe Panic against Wander Suero, and that's a 0-3. That's going to be line base hit center field, played on a hop by Victor Robles. So Panic is on with a single. He's 2 for 2 today. Here's Rene Rivera, the right-handed hitter. That's a 29 and a 3, and that is grounded to the first baseman. He's going to go to second for 1 and no throw back. Panic goes in hard and breaks it up. Oh, wait a second. 29. Oh, no, wait a second. It's a defensive call. Excuse me. My bad. 87. And that is going to be some sort of a range play. And 87 is a fly ball center field. Robles is going to catch up to it for out number 1. Syndergaard. That's a 57 off Suero. That's a base hit. Stopping at second is Panic with 1 out. First and second. Up comes McNeil, who's 2 for 2. Mets are 69 and 67. This is game 137, I believe, if you do the math. 43 and a 9. That is going to be off McNeil. It's some sort of an out. That's a fly ball. Shallow center field. Racing in is Robles. He gets there for out number 2. And Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso hit his 35th home run of the season. Here's a pitch from Suero. 0-2, and that's a deep drive off Alonso. Hit his 35th earlier, and I just realized that Suero is fatigued. He's allowed only to go 1 inning, so he should have been fatigued in these 2 outs, but sometimes it doesn't matter, so we're not going to worry about that right now. But that is going to be a deep drive off of Alonso's card, and he lifts one to deep left center field. Will this carry? And hits off the top of the wall. That is going to score Panic. And right behind him, Syndergaard. So it's a 2-run double for Pete Alonso, the polar bear. 2 more runs scored for the Mets, and that is 13-1. Holy smokes. And up comes Michael Conforto, who hit a 3-run shot. in the first inning. And here's the pitch from Suero. That's a 62, and that is a base on, actually a 62. We can go to a 12. It's still a walk. You move up and down 50. In other words, when a pitcher's fatigued, and I'm having to let pitchers pitch a little bit fatigued today because of the situation. When a pitcher's fatigued, he is going to, you're going to be able to, like if I roll a 62, I can move to a 12. I can move to the batter's card to see if it becomes a hit or it becomes a walk. Let's say a 62 would have been an out. I would get a chance to look on 12, 50 points less on the batter card. And if it's an out on the batter card, then I would move 50 points higher and look on the pitcher card to see if that, in other words, to the advantage to the hitter because the pitcher's fatigued right now. And so that's a walk for Conforto. And J.D. Davis is up, 2 outs. Pitch from Suero. What a name on him, right? Wander Suero. And that's a 44. So we're going to play at 44, but J.D. Davis is going to say, wait, hey, the pitcher's fatigued, so let's try 50 plus 44 is 94, and that's going to be an out as well. Either way, it's a line out to the first baseman. So sometimes it doesn't matter, and that will retire the side. The Mets pick up 2 runs on 3 hits, and they lead it by a score of 13-1. We go to the bottom of the second. Syndergaard against Matt Adams, the lefty. Here's the pitch from Noah. He's injured this season. He's out of there for the Mets. That's a strikeout. So Adams swings and misses at a Syndergaard fastball, the high heat. Victor Robles with a 41, and that is line and caught by Panic at second base. 2 outs. And Yan Gomes. Syndergaard winds and deals a 49 and a 3, and that is ripped to the third baseman who backhands it. Long throw to first from McNeil. High throw, but nice stretch by Alonso. And that is a 5-3 putout. 3 up, 3 down for Syndergaard. This game is over before it started. This is a game where you just start telling stories. You don't talk about baseball at all in a game like this. Brandon Nimmo, top of the third. Nimmo is walked twice. He's a guy who's known for his on-base percentage. Always in the leaders in on-base percentage. And a 59 in this case is going to be a single. So he gets his hit. He's on. And we got the action in the bullpen. And a 57 is a base hit. Back-to-back hits. Nimmo is going to stop. So Rosario Nimmo, and that's going to be it for Wander Suero. So Wander Suero is out of there. And this is going to force us to double switch here. Let me see if I can bring somebody in. Let me bring in a guy like Rodney. Let me make sure. Oh, wait. Rodney can go 1. And Rodney's tired. So you know what? We're going to bring him in for 1. He's tired, but we'll bring in Rodney. There he goes. He's going to be there, and then he'll get booted. So Suero goes 1 2/3, 1.2. 0.1 for Ross, and now it's Rodney trying to get through this inning. All right, first and second, Joe Panic. Here's the pitch, and that is a 67. That's a base on balls. Bases are loaded. Nats have a terrible bullpen. Holy smokes. Rene Rivera. Infield 13-1. Infield's back. 13, nothing there. And a 28, and that is going to be a defensive call. Defensive call with a 33. And that takes us to the error. And a 16 error is going to be, no, it's a great play by the pitcher. So it's hit right back to the pitcher. Makes a nice play, and a G1 on a grounder. Let's see what that becomes. G1 with the bases loaded is going to be a B. Lead runner forced out at the plate. Runners advance, batter safe on fielder's choice. So it's going to be a 1-2 fielder's choice. Bases are still loaded. and it's Syndergaard. And it's a 23 off Syndergaard's card. Most pitchers have a batting card here with the deep drive baseball. And that's a strikeout. So that's out number 2. Fernando Rodney with the bases loaded. We're going to throw that 20-sided die. Oh, no. It's a 7. I thought it looked like a 1. Here's a pitch, and that's a 44. That's going to be an easy out fly ball. Shallow right field. Under it is Eaton. Makes the catch, and that retires the side. Mets with no runs for the first time. 2 hits. They lead at 13-1. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Leading off is the pitcher. And Rodney, I can guarantee you, does not have a pitcher batting card. A lot of relievers do actually have pitcher batting cards. If they hit 2 or 3 times, he gives them a pitcher batting card. Don't ask me why. He also has just letter grade batting cards for pitchers as well. Probably more in the American League. Let's see. So he's an X. So I could let Rodney go 1 more inning. He would be, of course, fatigued, but I need to do that. This situation is a tough situation for me. Joe Ross got knocked out, so that's an X batting card, and that's going to be We're going to let Rodney get a base hit. Rodney get an at bat. All right, so Rodney gets an at bat. Probably be a strikeout, an 84 and a 4. And that's a ground ball to shortstop. 1 out. Turner's up next. Here's the pitch from Syndergaard. 23, that's a strikeout. That's Syndergaard's 3rd strikeout of the game. And here's Adam Eaton, left-handed batter, 72. That's his K. K number 4. Back-to-back Ks for Thor. Go to top of the 4th. Pete Alonso leading off against Fernando Rodney. That's an 84 and a 9, and that is a fly ball deep center field. And racing back to the track is Robles, and he's there. So Alonso thought he got all of that. He's got a homer, reach on an error, and double today. That's Michael Conforto. That's a 43 and a 4, and that is a ground ball to the 3rd baseman who charges it. Rendon fires the first. 2 outs. J.D. Davis, he's 1 for 1 with a home run, a walk, and a line out. That's an 82 and an 8, and that is strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up. Oh, and actually he was fatigued on that. He was fatigued, and you know what? At this point, I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, it happens once in a while that you remember, but in this case, everybody's is pitching fatigue, so I'm having a tendency to forget. So anyway, we're in the bottom of the 4th. Rendon against Syndergaard, and that's a 3-8. Let's get that. And that is a 3-8 and a 7. That's a fly ball deep left field. Rendon gives it a ride, and Davis on the track makes the catch. 1 down. Juan Soto walked in the 1st inning, and that's a 45, and that is a ground ball second base. 2 out. Asdrubal Cabrera, he hit into a double play, and this time he's going to fly out. Oh no, it's a ground ball. 1st baseman. 3 up, 3 down for Thor. We go top of the 5th. Brandon Nimmo. And this is Rodney. Oh, you know what? We're going to replace Rodney here. I'm going to replace Rodney. I don't want to push our luck. We're going to bring in Hunter Strickland. Let's put him here. So Rodney went basically 2 innings. And it's an 80, 86 and an 8. That's a fly to left. Cruising under it is Soto. Squeeze it for the out. Rosario's up, and that's a 79 and a 6. And that is a hard hit ground ball right at the second baseman, Cabrera. Over to first, 2 out. And it's Joe Panic. Here's a pitch from Hunter Strickland. And an 81 and a 6. And that is, again, back to Cabrera, who throws him out. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 6th. Adams, Matt Adams with a 77 and a 4. That's defense. See what happens. And a 0-4 takes us to error chart. Here goes on the error chart, a 33, and that is a little number in front of the plate. Pouncing on it is Gomes, pouncing on it in 1 game. And we're going to let Strickland bat with 2 outs. Strickland is probably an X, and he is. Oh, and we have to drop that. Nothing there. And that is a 36, a strikeout. No runs, 1 hit. And this is the top of the 6th now. Rivera, pitch from Strickland. He is actually, he's tired right now. So we're going to play the fatigue. It's 77. That's an out, but we can minus 50 would make it 27, and a 27 is a defensive call. So we're going to see if we can get a range hit out of this for Rivera. And a 95 is going to be a right fielder. Well, who's the right fielder? Eaton. And Eaton is a 3, and that is going to be a ball that Eaton runs down in the gap. What do we say, 93? Yes, he does. So that is driven in the gap by Rivera, but Eaton runs it down for out number 1. Syndergaard. We are in the top of the 6th. It's 13-1. The Mets scored 11 runs in the first inning. Crazy game. 57, and that is a deep drive for Syndergaard. A deep drive for Syndergaard, and we got a 5 there, so this could be a home run for Noah. And it's a 72. That's going to be a ball that splits the gap and rolls to the wall. Syndergaard is in there with a 1-out double. Even Syndergaard is getting in on the action. Jeff McNeil. 0-1. We're going to roll to see if there's a wild pitch or pass ball. That's a 43. A 43 is going to be a wild pitch, C, D, or F, and he is a D, so it is a wild pitch. So this moves Syndergaard to third base on the wild pitch, and we're going to write that in for Strickland. And now it's McNeil. Throw that D20 again. There could be back-to-back wild pitches, a 29 and a 7. And that's be a fly ball to right field, and this most likely is a sacrifice fly. Fly ball right field, straight up fly ball right field. It says 7. It says F9. There's different types of fly balls, but it says a fast runner like Syndergaard is going to score. It's going to be a sacrifice fly. Mets pick up their 14th run. So sacrifice fly for McNeil, and Syndergaard scores. Pete Alonso with 2 outs. Pitch from Strickland, and that's a 14. Again, he's tired, so it could be a 14, could go to 64. And a 64, we can pick a hit by pitch or a base on balls, and we'll pick a base on balls. Michael Conforto. Oh, caught that. All right, a 72 or a 22. So 72 is a defense. A 22 is going to be a strikeout. So we're going with the defense. Again, because he's fatigued. 31 is going to take us to the error chart. And a 76 says ground ball to shortstop. And the shortstop, Trey Turner, is a 3. And that's going to be a bobble, and everybody is safe. E6, the second error of the game. This one is on Trey Turner. So runners on first and second. J.D. Davis. And it's a 38 or an 88. A 38 is an out, an 88 is an out. So it is a ground ball to second base. And it's Cabrera flips to Turner, 4-6, fielder's choice. And that is one run on one hit. Mets lead at 14-1. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Turner, Eaton, and Rendon against Noah Syndergaard. He can go. He's still pitching very, very well. He's allowed only 3 hits, but he has allowed a run. That's an 88 and a 2, and that is a ground ball fielded by the first baseman Alonso. Steps on the bag ahead of Turner, the speedy Turner, and that is out number 1. A 4-9. That's line and caught by Alonso. So Eaton strokes one, pulls one down the line, rips it, but Alonso's right there. 2 outs, and Rendon with a 92 and a 2, and that is chopped to first. And Alonso is going to rush up on it, scoops it, waits for Rendon. Rendon stops, tags him, and that is the 6th inning. The bottom of the 6th. We go to top of the 7th now. Ahmed Rosario. Hey, VR Wells in the house. Welcome, my brother. 14-1, top of the 7th. It's going to be Nimmo. Strickland's still in there. We're pulling Strickland. And we're bringing in somebody else. Brandon Nimmo. Why is Nimmo over there? How did Nimmo get over there? Let me see. Nimmo is after Davis. Oh, Nimmo's up. Okay. We're going to get a new pitcher. And you know what? We're going to bring in somebody who, one of those guys that, let's see who we're going to bring in to pitch. Let me look at the, oh man, gotta look at the roster, make sure the guy I use is available. I'm using PC Replay to keep all my stats for me because there's nothing I hate more than stat keeping. Hate stat keeping, don't like to do it. Some guys love it, and that's great for them. I just don't like to do it. Just not into. I like the game. I like the excitement of the game. Let's see what happens. Let's see who we can bring in here. We brought in Sir Doolittle, Strickland, Rainey. We can bring in Rainey. He's available. Let's see. Let's see if we have Rainey. Ah, there he is. Tanner Rainey. He can pitch 1 inning. We'll probably try to get 2 out of him. So Strickland went 2, did a good job. Gave up only 1 run. That was on an inning that, actually, that was 1 run. All right, so Rainey is in there against Brandon Nimmo. Here goes. That's an 82 and a 2. That's a strikeout. Ahmed Rosario, we're in the top of the 7th, 14-1 Mets. They had an 11-run first inning. That's a 25 and a 5. And that's defense. And it's a 72 on defense. And that is a ground ball to the shortstop and through for a base hit. So Trey Turner could not get to that ball. Ahmed is on with his 3rd hit of the game. Joe Panic against Tanner Rainey. Here's the pitch. That's a 41 and a 0. That's line, and now that could be a double play. It's line to the shortstop, and he throws quickly to the to the first baseman, and they double Rosario, who just took off, and that line drive becomes a double play. So it's LD, a double play, 6. I guess it's to 6-3, and that retires the side. It's no runs and 1 hit. So Joe Panic lines out into a 6-3 double play. Rosario kind of ventured a little bit too far off the bag at first base. In the bottom of the 7th is going to be Soto against Syndergaard. Syndergaard can go 10. Let's count up how many he's gone. He's gone 2 right there. plus 6, that's 8, and he's giving up a run, that's 9. So he can go one more this 7th inning, and then he'll get pulled. Now, the system that they use for endurance is a little bit, it's outside of the norm, but it makes a lot of sense, and it works very, very realistically. So whatever he did and whatever I guess he didn't want to do the same old of just like batters faced. So he kind of put a twist on it, but it's very, very realistic. And when you look at the stats, it's like right on, and it's very well done. It's just they have points. They have endurance points. And basically, once about through the lineup is 1 point. Each inning is 1 point, and 1 run is 1 point. So that, but actually, if you go 3 consecutive, oh look, he retired 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now he becomes an 11. So he gets an extra. He's going to get the 8th inning as well. So unless he doesn't go to the bottom of the inning, which that would be you would subtract 1 right here. If he pitches another complete time around the lineup, it would be a -1. But he may be able to pitch the 8th inning. If he has a good 7th, he may be able to pitch the 8th. If he has a good 6th, 7th, and 8th, that'll give him a +1. He can go a complete game. But that's going to be tough to do because that means he would have to pitch 2 more innings without allowing a base runner. So every time you pitch 3 innings without allowing a base runner, you get a +1. It's really not as complex as it sounds. It's only 3 major things to look at. It's how many times through the lineup, how many innings, and has he given up at least 1 run. That's the only things that happen 90% of the time. Every so often you'll get where he'll go 3 consecutive innings without allowing a base runner. That will give you a +1. So he got a +1 after the 4th because he went the 2nd 1, 2, 3, the 3rd 1, 2, 3, and the 4th 1, 2, 3. So that gives him a +1 to his endurance. But that does not happen very often. I guarantee it. So Soto's up. Here's a pitch from Syndergaard, a 35 and a 4. And that is chopped to second. Waiting back for a second is Panic. Now he charges over to first and just beats Soto by half a step. Cabrera, the ex-Met, one of my favorite Mets, he wore a 13, and that is a 0-5, and that's line base hit. Batting from the left side, right center field single for Cabrera. Matt Adams is up. I'm going to throw that D20 to see if there's a 1 there. No. That's an 84 and a 4, and that is ripped to second base. This is a tailor-made double play. Panic goes to Rosario to throw to first. Double play. 4-6-3. And that retires the side. No runs. 1 hit. We go top of the 8th. So he can go 1 more inning. But the minute he gets through this, if he doesn't retire those 3 batters, I'm going to have to pull him right here. Because he'll be starting anew and he'll be out of points because that'll kick in a -1 there. Again, it's not as complicated as it seems. It's just when you explain it that way, it looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. Rene Rivera against Tanner Rainey in his 2nd inning of work, 0-2. That's there's no deep drive. That's a base hit single. But you know what we can do? We can go +50 to make it a 52, which is a deep drive. And now we're going to go to Rene Rivera's card. I threw the wrong one. And that's a 9, so we'll see what happens here. A 21, and that is a deep drive by Rivera. And back goes the left fielder Soto to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. That's the Mets' 4th home run of the game. We got 1 by Alonso, 1 by Davis, 1 by Conforto, and now Rene Rivera drives 1 out of the park as well. Noah Syndergaard almost hit 1 out. Rainey with a 25, and that could be 75. 75 will be a strikeout. 25 is also a strikeout. So Syndergaard strikes out. Top of the order. McNeil against Rainey. Remember, Rainey's fatigued, so that's why I'm going up 50 or -50. It depends. So 45 is an out on McNeil's card. But +50 because of the fatigue factor takes us to 95, and that's going to be an out either way. What kind of an out? It's a 9. That's a fly ball center field for out number 2. And here's Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso is 2 for 4 on the day. And it's a 0-4. That's a deep drive off the bat of Alonso. Oh, that's going to be trouble. Looks like it's going to be his 2nd home run of the day. And that ball is driven deep to left center field, and that ball is out of here. Pete Alonso with his 35th, 36th, I believe it's his 36th of the game. 36th to 37th. Let me see if I can take a quick peek at that situation. I could, but the only way I know how to do that is a 5-2. Hold on, let me write that in before I forget. So it's a solo shot, second home run of the game for Pete Alonso here in the top of the 8th, and that puts the Mets up by 16-1. Holy smokes! And let's quickly look at what happened here. It was a single RBI there, and then it was an error 4. I'm doing the first inning so I can get to see Alonso. And then there was a new pitcher to face Conforto. That was Suero. And what did Suero do? He gave up a home run in that first inning. That was a walk and a walk. And then a ground ball to end the inning. Oh, wait. Oh, it was a pickoff as well. Pickoff runner at second base. Pickoff 2. That worked. And then it was a ground ball to third baseman. Oh, wait a second. Let me go back. Let me go back to Alonso. Okay, Alonso, that was his 36th. No, this is the second time. So he has 36, 37th. So he hit his 36th and 37th of the year. We're in the first week, the first days of September. So he still has 30 more days to hit another 10 or so. And that'll put him close to his 53. So it's Michael Conforto with 2 outs. Pitch from Rainey. That's an 81 or a 31. 31 is a defense. 81 is a strikeout. So we're going to look at the defense. Again, pitcher Rainey is tired, fatigued. It's a 96, and that is going to be a fly ball right field. Right there is Eaton. Makes the catch, and that retires the side. But 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 home runs, and the Mets lead at 16-1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Syndergaard is still in there. So here goes Victor Robles, and that is a 31 and an 8. That's defense. A lot of defenses in this game. 23, it takes us to the error chart. And a 57 is going to be a third base. So slow grounder to third baseman. Coming hard is McNeil. Throw to first and scooped out of the dirt by Alonso. 1 away. Yan Gomes, here's the pitch from Syndergaard. That's a 69. That's a strikeout. And Strickland's going to be out, so he's going to go 2 innings. Gives up a couple of runs, 3 hits actually. 2 home runs. And we get a pinch hitter here. And then we'll get Justin Miller to go an inning. And our pinch hitter is going to be, I guess, Brian Dozier can pinch hit. Let's see who they have. You know what? They have Howie Kendrick. Let's bring in Howie Kendrick to pinch hit. We also have the Baby Shark Para. I'm looking for Howie Kendrick. He's in here somewhere. You get all the cards. I have some blue and some red because when I first printed these out, I wanted to do it in black and white So I had a bunch in black and white, and then I said, nah, you know what? Red is red. I'm gonna go for red because I got a system. I bought into a whole thing that HP does. Some guys, I was arguing with some guys, and they convinced me at the end. They won the argument, I guess. Where is this boy? I can't find him. Why can't I find him? This is such an unimportant game right now. The game's decided. I can't find this one guy I want to pinch hit. Howie Kendrick. He should be here somewhere unless I have him on a sheet separately and I never pulled him out. I spilled some coffee on some cards, and I had to get rid of some guys. And then I said, well, when I play that team again, I'll print them out. And I think Howie Kendrick was one of those guys. Ah, there he is. All right, so Howie Kendrick is batting, pinch hitting. And here goes. Pitch to Howie Kendrick with 2 out. Noah Syndergaard, 78 and a 4. That's a defense again. Another defense, a lot of defense. You usually don't get any of these. And it's going to take us to the error chart. And let's see if one of the Mets can make a play on a 28. Oh, no, that's a comebacker to Syndergaard, and he's going to bobble it. And Kendrick is safe. And that's going to be it for Syndergaard. He goes 7 2/3. I could let him get through the inning, but I don't want to worry about that. I'm just going to bring in a new pitcher for the Mets. See what it's going to be. Let's see who the Mets have here to pitch. Let me see. Alonso, E4. And then it was a new pitcher there. Wander Suero. It's a home run by. I'm still doing the first inning to get to the next inning. And then it was a walk and a walk. A 1-6 picked off on second base. And it was a ground ball, 5-3. All right, so let's see who the Mets have to. Okay, I can't replace him yet until he at least gives up a hit, I guess. Now I can check. All right. Diaz, Wilson, Brock, Sewell, Zamora. I'm going to bring in Zamora. He's a guy that does this sort of thing. There he is, Daniel Zamora. He's a lefty specialist. And he'll be facing Turner, who's a righty. Doesn't matter at this point. Actually, you know what? He can only go one inning. I need somebody that can go a little bit longer. I got Bachelor. Let's find Bachelor. The thing with this game is so many cards, and I don't bother to put them in any kind of order. Sometimes I'll do that, but lately I've just been wanting time to just roll a game. And I'll have some doubles because I don't know. I can't find guys, so I figure maybe I didn't print them out. So then I reprint them, and I say, oh, there he is. Giordano, Tyler Bachelor, there he is. Okay, so Bachelor's coming in. And he'll pitch. If he gets 1 out, he can still pitch the 9th without being fatigued. You can go 1 or 2 out. When you come into the game, if you get 1 or 2 outs without allowing a base runner, you can go the next inning. That's one of the rules. So Bachelor's in there, and he's pitching against Trey Turner. And that's a 14. That's not going to do it. A 87 and a 2, and that's a comebacker to Bachelor. So a ground ball 1, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. We go to top of the 9th. 1 hit, 1 error for the Mets. It's going to be J.D. Davis leading off against a new pitcher. And I guess we'll bring in I think Dan Jennings is there. Let's see. What K double, K RBI double, and a walk. And then a double play for All right, so let's see who we can bring in. Fetty, Elixon, Voth, Dozier, Rainey, Guerra, Strickland. I brought in Strickland already. Hudson, he's tired. Doolittle, we'll bring in Doolittle for 1 inning. Doolittle was the closer for a while, but then it was replaced, right? Got replaced by Hudson. So Sean Doolittle comes in. Oh, wait, I had Justin Miller I said I was going to bring in, right? And is Miller on the list? No, Miller's not in there. He's not on the roster, so I can't bring in Justin Miller. So we're going to bring in Sean Doolittle. So, all right. Top of the ninth, Sean Doolittle against Davis. Here goes. That's an 18, and that is a base on balls. Second walk of the day for Davis, who is 1 for 4 with a home run. Brandon Nimmo. Pitch from Doolittle, and that's a 93 and a 7. That's a fly ball left field. Soto, 1 away. Rosario's next. No, I didn't roll that. And that is a 78 and a 0. And that is a defense. Roll 2d10. 52. It's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. And that right there is Cabrera. Let's see what they gave Cabrera, what kind of rating they gave Cabrera. He got a average rating at second base, so he'll make that play. It's going to be, and what kind of a grounder is it? Just a 52 grounder. So Cabrera, oh, wait a second. All right, so it was a 52. He makes the play. Okay, he makes the play. And it gets to the ball. And a 52 is going to be ground ball second base. He flips to shortstop, throw to first, not in time. So fielder's choice, 4-6. Rosario's on at first. 2 outs. Joe Panic. Mets are up 16-1. No wild pitch. Here's a pitch to Panic. It's a 37 and a 1, and that is a pop-up middle of the infield. Second baseman as Drupal Cabrera there, and that retires the side. We go bottom of the ninth. Holy smokes, this was a long game. 16-1, not very exciting. Whoever hung around is a saint for this game. David, brother, how are you? Playing deep drive baseball. It's a blast. Not many charts. Very simple, straightforward. In this particular game, I have had a lot of defensive lookups, but this has been an anomaly this game. 16-1 score where the Mets scored 11 runs in the first inning. Crazy game. Bottom of the ninth, Eaton, Rendon, and Soto versus Tyler Bachelor. And here's the pitch to Eaton. And that is a 16, which is going to be a base on balls. There is action in the Mets bullpen. A couple guys throwing over there. Anthony Rendon, and that is a 1. So we're looking for a wild pitch, pass ball, and 11. Let's see what that says. An 11 is a pitcher. Wild pitch rating is an F, and wild pitch is an A. So there's no wild pitch. So again, we throw that D20, and now here's the pitch. 0-5. That's a deep drive off the bat of Rendon. And he drives one to center field, and a 67. That's going to be 1 hop off the wall. Eaton, I believe, is very fast, and he'll score. He does. So it's an RBI double. Deja vu, like in the first inning. RBI double for Anthony Rendon. And that is 16-2 now. Juan Soto. Here's the pitch to Soto. That's an 89 and a 6. And that is ground ball, second base. That's going to move Rendon over. Ground ball 4. 1 out. Runner on third. Cabrera. You throw that 20-sided die. If there's a 1, that's about 5%. If it's a 1, it could be a wild pitch pass ball. And Cabrera with a 43 and a 1, and that's popped foul. And that is going to be to the first base side. Catcher and first baseman over near the stands, and it is Alonso comes up with it. So pop 3. And here comes Matt Adams with a runner on third, and it's a 0-5. That is a deep drive to right center field. Back goes Nimmo and Conforto, and that ball is out of here. 2-run shot for Matt Adams. So Matt Adams connects in the bottom of the 9th. And Batchelor needs 1 more out to finish this game. The score is now 16-4. Here's the pitch to Victor Robles. That's an 18, and that is strike 3, and the ball game is over. So Batchelor struggled a little bit in that 9th inning. He went 1.1, and he allowed a home run, 3 runs, a walk, a home run, struck out 1. Syndergaard's going to get the victory. I got to put all this information in. But the final score is 16-4. The Nationals pick up 3 runs in that 9th inning on 2 hits. And let's look, 16-4. Mets had, let's see how many hits the Mets had. Wow, just out of curiosity, right? Let's see if I can find my green color. Where's my green? I usually use green for this. I don't know where it is. Take a quick sip, see if I can track down my green. So the Mets improved their record to 70-67. And I cannot find my color green, which is really annoying, because that's the color I use for my hits. So let me look at my little pencil cup. There's no more greens there. Let me look at the other one. Okay, I got a green. I use green for hits. Sometimes I color these. I don't. Sometimes I color the whole thing. Other times I don't. So that's 1, 2, 3. It allows me to quickly find all the hits. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hits for the Mets. And 4 home runs. They made 1 error. For the Nats, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So this is the line score, right? Line score is Mets 16 runs, 15 hits, 1 error. The Nats 4 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. And I got to input all this information into my StatKeeper Replay PC Baseball. And that's it, guys. So this is Deep Drive Baseball. I hope I didn't do a straight tutorial. I may do like an inning or 2 of tutorial and then play the game. This game just kind of threw me off when the Mets scored 11 runs in that first inning. I was just like, oh, man, I didn't even know how to. But I did explain through certain things, particularly the fatigue and how the fatigue works with the plus minus 50. And that's about it. So this is CP Cards and Dice, and this is Cards and Dice TV. And I hope you enjoyed the presentation of Deep Drive Baseball and the 2019 Mets season. The thing with playing 2019 modern games is you got to do a lot of pitching changes, and it becomes like really, really tiresome sometimes. And so you got to have at least 4 or 5 pitchers on hand that you know are going to come into the game and pitch an inning, that sort of thing. Especially when a guy gets knocked out in the 6th inning, you know you're going to need to fill the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then 9th usually. And you got to keep those specialists going in case that big guy, you know, it's a close game and you get like that big lefty hitter like Conforto, you want to bring a lefty to face him, or you know that sort of thing. But like a guy like Adams, who's a lefty as well, you want to bring in a lefty to face. So anyway, that's an important strategy in this game where you get your lefty specialist, and they're denoted with a little circle around their throwing side on the upper left hand corner of the pitching card. And that's it. So this is CP Cards and Dice. I thank all the guys that were around. ID Jester stayed for a long time. RJL, our Red Sox fan. BR Wells stopped by. David Ocean stopped by. I remember somebody else was here earlier. Let me see who that was. I think I mentioned everybody. I believe I mentioned everybody. All right, guys, this is CP Cards and Dice. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.